Hi, everyone. Welcome to the February Songwriter stream. This is the first stream of 2025. Um, I am Phil Robinson, as usual. I have my partner all the way over there on the other end. Hi, Jason.
Hey, what's up?
And tonight we are joined by three special guests. We have Daniel Martin. Hello, Dan.
What's up?
We have Bridget Artman down in that corner over there, and Ben Brown right below me. We're going to dive right into the music, starting with Bridget. Bridget, are you ready with a song?
I am ready. It's a long drive, you better call your mama before it's too late. She'll mind. You gotta catch her at the right time, and it's over. You got me waiting by the phone so you can skip me like a stone, and you ain't ever coming home. You gave me the last cigarette that was in your pack, and then you looked at me a minute later and you said you want it back, and I'm like, hell yeah. I smoked it all and you got no one left to call. I hope they walked away by now. It's a long drive, you better call your mama before it's too late. She'll mind. You gotta get her at the right time, and it's over. You got me waiting by the phone. You're scaring her, you know, when you're on the road. And it's a long drive, it's a long way home. You gave me the last cigarette that was in your pack, and then you looked at me a minute later and you said you want it back, and I'm like, hell no. I smoked it all and you got no one left to call. I hope they walked away by now. And it's a long drive home. I hope you're all alone. You better call your mama, 'cause it's a long drive, it's a long way. You got a lot to say, but you gave me the last cigarette. It's a long drive home. Thank you.
Sorry,
All right.
had to unmute my clock. Great job, Bridget.
Fantastic, Bridget. Is that one of the songs that we heard you do before live when you were in New York at Mario's?
Yeah, I think I did play that one at Mario's.
Yeah, I recognize
definitely.
it.
I definitely remember it.
Yeah, that's the one
How
I'm kind of
long-
working on that one to like get it recorded for a little bit now.
You haven't recorded it yet.
Not like fully. I've done some demos of it, but nothing that I'm fully happy with yet.
It's a good one. All right.
Thank you.
So if you're joining us from home, this is the Songwriter stream. Tonight's stream will go for about 2 hours, and it's in the format of a songwriter round. So we're each going to sing one song, and then the turn will pass on to the next person. And over the course of the next couple hours, we'll each get about 3 or 4 songs. So that was Bridget Artman kicking us off, and we're going to move right along to our next featured guest tonight, Daniel Martin, aka Perpetual.
What's up, humans? Should I give a spiel on this, or should I just play it? Let's just play it, I guess, huh? This song is called Lost Kingdoms. Hey, Jimmy's in the chat. What's up, Jen? I'm trying to push past the breath and the voice, 'cause there's so much involved in our freedom of choice. I'm trying to see that there's something greater. I see through the eyes the Creator. Cause I found myself on this road of lost kingdom. Alright, we're checking some audio settings, I've been told. The cool thing is I actually have a loop pedal. So the cool thing is I could and that song is still churning, it's still moving while we make some adjustments to the advanced audio session. It's high resolution, looks nice, cancellation is off, that looks good. And catching the rhythm, moving in waves. So sad to say I haven't seen you in days. And all in the patterns of what you knew. And all is the product of what you do. Cause I found myself on this road of lost kingdom. Cause I found myself on this road of lost kingdoms. There were many souls who found themselves on this road, shrouded in long days. You could see it in their eyes. You could see it. You could see it. You could see it in their eyes.
All right.
Yeah. I love that sitar sound. Like that cool
little
sound.
flanger on that guy.
Yeah. Flanger.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because when I first did that, I'm tap dancing with all these pedals over here, and I accidentally hit it. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna keep that.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
little accidental, happy accidents on that one. It's cool.
That's transporting. Most of the people who come on this stream, including myself, will basically play an unamplified acoustic guitar and sing, and it's a very particular kind of folky world we live in, and something like that is just very transporting.
Word. Yeah. I have this
Fantastic.
actually plugged into an interface right now through some KRK, or sorry, KRK speakers, um, effects pedal, loop pedal, the whole nine. So in the home studio.
I'm not sure if you were aware of this while you were playing, Daniel, but I think you had 3 fans chimed in with some comments. You had our
Sweet.
friend Anastasia. She can't stay that long, but she wanted to pop in and show you some love. Daniela Salazar said you had the groove going, and then Jimmy
Nice.
Ramos chimed in as well.
Cool.
So,
All the homies. Good people.
all right. So that was Daniel Martin, the second of our 3 special guests tonight, which brings us to our next one, Ben Brown. Ben, where are you joining us from tonight?
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Virginia Beach. All right.
Yeah. This is
Welcome.
a song called If I Have You. Tears falling down in your face like the rain on the window pane. I wish I was morphine so I could take all your pain away. This world's getting too damn loud. We're getting wasted just to drown it all out. These vices got a hold of me. I feel most lonely when I'm stoned. If I have you, I don't need a damn thing. Don't need me a sports car, new house with a big yard, or other pleasantries. 'Cause darling, you make my world spin around. Bring heaven all the way down, even though I don't deserve a damn thing. Two drunken old dive bars, staring at them same old stars. I don't need too much but you and your love to feel okay. If I have you, I don't need a damn thing. Don't need me a sports car, new house with a big yard, or other pleasantries. 'Cause darling, you make my world spin around. Bring heaven all the way down, even though I don't deserve a damn thing.
Whew. Thanks, Ben.
That's got a real sing-along quality to it. I like that.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah,
sway
catchy,
to it.
dope.
It's got a sway.
Yeah, smooth.
Ben, was that an original song?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. That was also very transporting. Ben, you have at least one fan chimed in. Haley Machelenas with a go, Ben, as
There
you
we go.
started.
There we go.
Well, we got another fan.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, if you're joining us from home, thank you. This is the Songwriter Stream. Myself, Phil Robinson, and my partner, Jason Vitelli, down in that corner. We're here the third Tuesday of every month. This is kind of a companion series that we do. We both live in New York City. The first Tuesday of every month, Jason and I share an in-person residency at an Irish pub, Mario's. So we do music at Mario's the first Tuesday of every month, and then we kind of do the online version here, the Songwriter Stream. So if you're in the New York, New Jersey area, come swing by and check out this night, the in-person version. Over the course of the next couple hours, everyone you see before you, the five of us, we're each going to sing 3 or 4 songs, and up next is myself. All right.
When is the next Mario's gig? I didn't catch the date on it.
2 weeks from Tuesday, this Tuesday.
It's first Tuesday of every month, and that puts us at March 4th.
Cool. March 4th. Very good time.
Our booking and event promotion company, Roomful of Sky Music, that's the channel you're watching this on, whether you're on Roomful of Sky Music YouTube page or Facebook page. The Facebook event page has our full event calendar, so you'll see between streams and in-person performances any given month, we probably have 5 to 8 events going on. Mario's is March 4th, and then we have another event series, which Jason and Daniel have both played at Cowgirl Seahorse. We got lots of stuff going on. So check us out, Roomful of Sky Music.
Yeah, it was a good gig. Front Street, Lower Manhattan, fun gig. We had a bunch of good people on there. Cool gig. I enjoyed that a lot. That was a fun thing.
I love that venue. Cowgirl Seahorse, I'll go on record, that's my favorite bar in New York City. It's like if the Mermaid Parade in Coney Island, what's their slogan? Where Coney Island meets the rodeo. And it's a really music-loving venue as well. All right. My name's Phil Robinson. Just jump right into this song. Throughout my life, I've been plagued by being unable to sleep at night. This is my song about that. This is called Late at Night. Late at night, toss and turn, never sleep, never learn. All alone in my bed, too many thoughts inside my head. All the things I should have done, all the things I should have said. Going through all my mistakes, lying there wide awake. Twisted sheets, damp with sweat, running through all my regrets. Work so hard every day, then it all just slips away. Chase a dream through the years, still I'm stuck with my own fears. Wonder what I do it for, out the bed, out the door and run. Past the houses in the cool moonlight breeze. Raise my fist in the air. My nights will be my own again, to do with as I please. This I promise, this I swear. Running hard down the street, devil snapping at my feet. Moon is bright, night is cold, worried that I'm getting old. Out of time, out of breath, one day closer to my death. With existential thoughts I'm blessed, all of life meaningless. Every night just the same, trying to outrun my shame. Still I search and still don't know. One more time, into the night I go. The stars shine above us and bathe us in their glow, secure of their place in the sky. As a creature of this world who struggles down below, how can I be sure of mine? Sometimes I just don't know. How can I be sure of my place in this world? Late at night, toss and turn, never sleep, never learn. Still I search and still don't know. One more time, into the night I go. Past the houses in the cool moonlight breeze, I raise my fist in the air. My nights will be my own again, to do with as I please. This I promise, this I swear.
Woo!
Epic.
What's that? I caught the second half of somebody saying a word as I was putting my earbud back in.
Yeah. I felt like a Muse vibe going towards the end when you cut out the guitar and just started singing like solo like that. It was cool.
You said you felt what?
Like a Muse energy, the band Muse. I don't know if you like kind of that, almost like a heroic kind of anthem-y kind of energy to it.
I'm a little bit less familiar with Muse, but I welcome the words like anthemic and heroic. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I grew up really listening to a lot of Bruce Springsteen. I like a lot of drama in the music, like kind of taking a stand, taking a
Hell yeah.
So if some of that comes across, that I'm happy. Thank you. All right. So again, that's me, Phil Robinson. You've heard a lot of me yapping, so we'll just move along to Jason Vitelli.
Oh, we love your yapping. It's a great part of the show.
Thanks, Jason.
This is a new song. And generally it's just, I won't even explain it now, but it's called Jackrabbit. Or Jackrabbits. Hopefully I'm in tune. You rattle jackrabbits all the time. Pegasus has got us, but we are doing just fine. Funny how this story goes while evading danger in a foxhole. Such too scared to fall, so mad if you know that the rules run down into the ground till our worries are gone. cannot leave forth an in-between. Borderlands shut out before us. We haven't crossed with any luck. Yet how much has been seen beyond the savage ravine? Let the rules run down into the ground till our worries are gone. Let those rules run now. Nose to the sound, they're losing more ground. They're howling tempest drowns out our silence. Nature has channeled us to do, because a ruthless world breeds cruelty in its womb. A twisting of the fates makes the only chance to resuscitate. We're something to prove if I'm not one to lose. Let the wolves run now into the ground till the worries are gone. Let the schools run now up from the ground. We're finding out how we clear a newfound land to run further away.
Nice, Jason.
Woo. Thank you.
Jason, was that the second ever performance of that song?
Yeah, that's the second ever. Yeah, it's come together. At least it does a backup part, but we'll do that on Sunday.
I know that you wanted to play that with Lisa at Mario's 2 weeks ago, and then she could not attend, but then you played it anyway.
Yeah.
That was the first time you ever played it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a fun one. But yeah, I wrote it about us that I always consider us prey versus predator because we're definitely not alphas, but we're smart prey, and that's where I look at a jackrabbit. It can outrun the wolves. If you ever watch like the nature channels, like the wolves get confounded by the jackrabbit. So
You know what else rabbits could do more than wolves? Not only could they outrun them, they could out-fornicate them, which is where the title of the Woody Guthrie tribute album produced by Ani DeFranco, "Till We Outnumber 'Em," is called. It's about these rabbits that are taking shelter inside with all the wolves outside, and they say, "How long are we going to hide here?" And the answer, "Till we outnumber them."
Oh wow, I like that. I like it.
That's one strategy for survival. Yeah.
Hey,
I
yeah.
was catching like an Alice in Chains vibe in the very beginning when you started that song. It was cool. It was like some darker chords and like a cool like Jerry Cantrell kind of energy.
Oh yeah, I love Jerry Cantrell. So definitely
Yeah, that is sweet.
is a big influence, especially growing up. I listened to a lot of
Yeah.
them. So,
I feel that in the song. It's awesome.
thanks, man.
All right, that was Jason Vitelli. Not only is he a singer-songwriter, but he runs music for Multimedia, his company that is the entire intersection between music and technology. So whether it's producing a live stream such as this, or being a professional recording engineer, or running live sound at our shows, as he does frequently, Jason is your guy for music and technology. And oh, you don't have our little logos up in the corner.
Oh no, I totally missed adding them. Here, let me get that back up.
There we go.
There
Okay,
we
now I
are.
know what
Now
stream
we're-
we're on.
Fancy, fancy.
we're
Whoops.
since the end of 2024, we're a little bit out of practice here, but there we go. That little pinwheel symbol in the corner, that's Jason's music from multimedia imprint, and then next to that is the logo for my Roomful of Sky music, where we do all of these events through. All right, thank you, Jason. So we'll move along back to the first of our three special guests for her second song tonight. We have Bridget Artman. Bridget, where are you joining us from tonight?
I am in Alexandria, Virginia right now.
Alexandria, Virginia. How close is that to, for example, DC?
20 or 30 minutes.
So you're pretty close.
Yeah, I'm like I work in DC, so.
Oh, okay. I wasn't even aware that you had any kind of job outside of being a musical creature.
Well, I work in the live music industry.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I work at like the clubs in the city, like the 930 Club and stuff like that.
All right, I am not surprised. Very cool.
All right, this song is called Everything I Wanted. It's a newer one. I can never fit the sheets all the way on the bed. I can never get my pillow all the way under my head. I can never go to sleep at the right time. Always seem to wake up with bags under my eyes. Is this what I wanted? Is this what I wanted? Something to lean on, something to believe in when everything is over. I guess this is what I wanted. I guess this is what I wish you would let your flag fly a little bit higher. Feels like I climbed a mountain and I forgot the lighter. Can't you tell I'm just trying to get used to this feeling of everything I wanted? Something to lean on, something to believe in when everything is all wrong. I know this is what I wanted. You're the sunrise, the sunset, you're a perfectly made bed, you're a hot drink on a cold night, you're the darkness, you're the starlight, you're everything I wanted. Baby, you're just there. I'm an untuned guitar, a broken down car, I'm a hangover, a cigarette, everything you wish that you could forget. I'm everything you wanted. Everything I wanted. You're everything I wanted. Baby, you're just it. You're everything I wanted. Thank you. That is everything.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love that kind of percussive guitar playing. I was sad that your hands and the guitar strings were below the screen because I really wanted to see how you're making those sounds.
I think part of it was the back of my guitar was banging up against the arm of my chair right here, so that but maybe it was rhythmic, I guess.
Built-in drum set.
Just
Yeah.
do it that way every time.
Yeah, bring that chair to every gig.
Yeah, this is my chair now. Thank you.
What was it?
Yeah. Super dancey vibe too. Like I feel like you could like bop to that real easy. There's like a
Yeah.
movement to it. It's cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like the muting guitar to the full guitar. I like that aspect to it. It brings out the emotion in what you're singing about. I really
I do it pretty much every song just because it's like it's hard to not do. It's just so fun.
Yeah. It's like anticipation.
Yeah.
The next part.
And even basically the note, like I guess the bass note that would be the pedal, was different throughout the song. Like kind of different emotional portions of the lyrics. That was to great effect.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. You have a fan. It seems like most people are watching on YouTube tonight. We have Morgan Elliott on YouTube. Go Bridget. Bridget, how did we come across you in the first place? I know. You played Mario. We've mentioned Mario's a couple times. That's the Irish pub where we play regularly in the city. And I think Mario herself, one day she texted me and she's like, "Phil, you got to get Bridget Artman to play our night here." And then I accidentally like butt dialed you at like 11:30 p.m. like some late inappropriate hour, but you
I did pick up. Yeah.
you were very responsive. But how did Mario come across you in the first place to recommend you to us?
My second cousin, John Crotty, he I guess knows her in some manner, and I have a bunch of family in New York City, and a lot of them wanted to hear me play, and so I guess he has some sort of connection to Mario, and I just set up the whole thing, and so I came up to New York and had a bunch of family, and Mario, I guess, was there and heard it, and then talked to me about potentially setting up another gig, and I guess that she gave you my number.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think even on the night that you did with us, you had a whole crew of people come.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of family that I have in the city, but they're super supportive and always want to come out and see me play.
Great.
Very cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bridget Artman. Stay tuned. She'll do at least a couple more songs for us before the stream is through. We'll move along to Daniel Martin's second song of the stream.
The song's called Ether.
I've been standing at the door to your heart for so long. Journey's been scored by what I've been dwelling in. I found that I wronged those who gave the most when I came close. In a mix of words beyond you, in the mystic smile of to picture worlds beyond you, in the
mystic smile. And effortless wailer, something's coming through. Because my eyes have found you, seeding forward to the mystic smile. To picture what's beyond you in the mystic smile. In a mix of what's beyond you in the mystic smile. Standing on the edge of reason, you know I'll be there. The weight on your shoulders, let it disappear into the ether. Let this fire set your season, 'cause you know I'll be there. The weight on your shoulders, let it disappear into the ether.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was really cool. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. That one's a bit of an epic. There's no looping in that one either, though. Too. It's just straight out, just effect, little effect, and then rocking out with that one. So
You know, it reminds me of whenever I hear the Chapman stick when players, what's his name, Tony Levin plays a Chapman stick, and it's all like that. The taps. It's got that awesome sort of like propulsion to it.
cool, man.
I don't know if you ever listened to Tony Levin before, but
The name is very familiar. The Chapman stick, is that like a variation of the guitar? Or what is that like?
it's a variation of the bass, but it's played just by tapping it.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gotta look into it. I think I might have seen some videos of that thing before, and I think I remember being like, "What the hell is that thing?"
Yeah, it's
And yeah, where
crazy.
do I get one? Yeah, it's really
It's
cool.
like 8 strings or 10 strings, something like that.
Yeah, no, that's gnarly. I have a six
So
string back here.
Oh, cool.
The thing looks like a tree, to be honest with you. But
Need big hands for it.
this is
Oh,
another
wow.
beast. Look at that thing, part tree, you know. But it's a fun one.
all right, Daniel, quick question.
Yes.
How are you so awesome?
Say again.
How are you so awesome?
I think just diligence, dedication, just really figuring things out and exploring your instrument, as much as possible, I would say. Um, I really dove into theory a lot. And for me, even growing up, like music was both an expressive tool and a tool for growth. So I think like the more that I dove into music, the more energy I put into it, um, the more that I saw from it. So I kind of felt like, life in a sense, it was an analogy for life. It was like the more that you put into it, the more you get out of it. So I just started messing around
Totally.
with stuff
Yeah.
and understanding chord structures. And what sounded cool, and like, ooh, that hurt, that tingles, and then seeing where you can kind of take that, and then just messing around. But yeah, just experimenting and really just staying dedicated to it. And I think the motivation or the passion you have for it should keep you on the pulse.
Absolutely.
Thank you for actually answering that question earnestly. I ask that question frequently, and most people don't actually answer it. So I
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate
Well,
that.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's
It's
a
a hard
show.
thing to
So
answer, though. It's
yeah,
you feel like you're put on the spot. But I
yeah,
like how
yeah. I mean,
Daniel approaches it because it's sort of like the reason why we all do it is that, it's finding that thread.
mm. It's one of those things I
Ded-
think with artists in general too. It's like a lot of times I meet a lot of people who are very, very good, and sometimes they're like awkward with taking a compliment, and it took me years, honestly, a fucking decade, to be able to be like accept the compliment, but then it's like what? Actually, it's just this that makes me that way. I think people have come to me and they're like, "Oh, why are you so hard on yourself?" Or what? And it's like, well, that's what makes me good. It's like if I keep hitting a grindstone, and just, keeping at it. And
It's like being an athlete. I really think
yeah,
it's similar.
for sure. Yeah.
dedication, diligence, and exploring your instrument. So hold on, be right back. I'm gonna go away for 20 years, come back, and I'll be as awesome as Daniel Martin. All right. So thanks, Daniel. If you're tuning in at home, Daniel, you got lots of claps, lots of fires, lots of emojis of guitars, and the hands doing that while you were
Yeah.
going. So
Yes.
very
So
cool.
Bridget headbanging, I caught that. She was in the mode there. I'm glad
I
to support it.
can't help myself. It was good. I
Yeah.
liked it a lot.
It's always good to see that in the corner of your eye. It's like, all right, yeah, we're in this. It's nice.
The way you play the bass is so cool. Like it's like the bass line, and then there's like some chords. I can't even fathom. Honestly,
It's like
Yeah.
it's great.
counterpoint
Yeah.
between your voice and the bass line. So it's like these
Mm,
two melodies that like intertwine. It's cool.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like inside Daniel Martin, there's two people, one of whom is playing bass while the other one is singing, independent of each other.
What's interesting is I feel like once you get something into muscle memory, like that's like
Yeah.
if I play something over and over again,
Yeah.
it gets into muscle memory, and then I can kind of hum with it. And then once I can hum with it, then the freedom kind of, because I'll hum along with a line, but then
Right,
once I
right.
can kind of get into that, then the freedom comes out to step out vocally, like against it. And then it's like, okay, I can step out here. And then the more comfortable you get with that, then you can, I guess like, those counterpoint things you'd be like, oh wait, that
Right.
sounds cool. Like, let me keep doing that part, and that comes
Yeah.
out nicely.
Fantastic. All right. Well, Daniel, you'll get a couple more turns tonight, but enough time on you. We don't want to neglect Ben Brown, who's been patiently waiting for his second
you're
song
good.
of the evening.
No, you're good. This is a song called Demons. young boy with heavy dreams, held down by dark disease. Is all this torture just a test? Lost of consciousness, overwhelmed with regret. I think that this soul deserves some rest. Screams that all make a sound, surrounded but no one's around. This whole goddamn world has let me down, but one thing I'll always have is me and my demons diving off from deep end. I can feel this fluid filling up my lungs. It's just me and my demons. I'm trying to stop the bleeding. I don't like the man that I've become. And no matter where I go, I always feel so alone. I'm dying for a place that I can truly call my own. And no matter where I'm at, I got these demons right behind. An old and too far tortured soul that's running out of time. 'Cause it's just me and my demons diving off from deep end. I can feel this fluid filling up my lungs. It's just me and my demons. I'm trying to stop the bleeding. I don't like the man that I've become. It's just me and my demons diving off in deep end. There's nowhere left for me to run. Me and my demons, you gotta help me stop them bleeding. I wanna know the man I can become.
You know, I love that ending. Is like it's like the demons are running after you. I feel like it's that like you're starting to, and I could hear like a banjo. Like you could definitely hear like bluegrass, like going into that kind of jam session. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
dude.
you're consider
I
that.
actually got Philip Bowen. He was a finalist on America's Got Talent. He plays the violin on that song. If you want to check it out,
wow.
man, he rips.
That reminds me of Mumford and Sons or something. Like, I feel like it's really cool, like very folksy, and I don't know, it's cool. I really like the your voice sounds great on that.
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, you
Ben,
got a solid thump there, like that gallop. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest, Ben. I'm concerned for the state of your soul. Are there demons in that room with you now? Blink once if you're not okay. If you need an exorcism or an intervention.
You're gonna make him not blink. It's hard to do.
Are you playing with any kind of audio setup at all, or are we just hearing the sound of your acoustic guitar reverberating the air in your room?
Yeah, it's just a mic plugged in. That's all I got.
Because I was hearing almost, I don't know if it was like almost like thick overtones, but even when you were strumming fast, I kind of felt like I heard a swell of almost like a pedal tone.
Oh no!
It was like almost
Yeah,
like
maybe it was the reverb in the room that was coming through.
I think so. It was really satisfying. Like you have a really nice sounding guitar. I mean, you have a nice sounding voice, and you have a nice sounding guitar. Everything. What kind of guitar is it?
I got it's a Taylor 214.
Oh yeah.
Taylor's nice.
I have a Taylor. I don't even know what year or make or model this is. I bought it used like 15 years ago. But I'm not satisfied with, like, it sounds very thin and tinny to me, to my ear, and then I hear other people's guitar, and I'm like, I want that guy's guitar. I want that guy's guitar. I want that guy's
Well,
guitar.
the one you bought for when you recorded the album, that's a really good one.
The Martin, yeah.
Yeah, the Martin. That's got an earthier tone, similar to what he was doing.
Very cool. Well, that was fantastic, Ben. Ben, before we move on to my song, tell us again how we know you. Who was our mutual connect?
Mutual connect is David Schmid. He's from Philly, and he moved down. He moved down my way to Virginia Beach. We lived in the same apartment complex, and we're jamming out for a little bit.
Okay, so before when I asked if you were from Philly, I wasn't totally crazy. It was because the back of my mind, I remembered there was some kind of Philly connection. So, because we do know David Schmid from Philly, and then he met you down there.
Yeah, and I'm a big Birds fan too. I'm in Philly all the time, so I don't live there, but I visit there frequently. So I was just getting ripped for the parade for the Eagles not too long ago.
Okay. You ever come through New York?
Not too much, man.
All right. Well, now you got friends in New York. So next time you come through, let us know, and we'd love to feature you one of our.
There we go, dude. Sweet.
All right. That's Ben Brown. Stick around. We'll have a couple more songs from Ben Brown before the stream is through. I am still Phil Robinson. I am going to do a cover song. I have some songs that are like my easy comfort songs, like I've done them a million times, and then I kind of play them in my sleep. But to prevent myself from getting too comfortable, when I have a song like that I overplay, I'll make like an artificial rule in my head, like I'm not going to perform this song for a year, just to force myself to explore other repertoire or songs that are neglected. So this song I'm about to play is probably my most overplayed song. However, I'm just coming off of a year where I did not allow myself to play it once. And now I'm going to play it again, and it's actually fun. It actually feels fresh to me. So this is a Johnny Cash song, a song not by Johnny Cash, but popularized by Johnny Cash. And I kind of dusted it off because I was invited to be part of a Johnny Cash birthday tribute at the Bowery Electric last Saturday. So I got to play this with the house band. And my guitar strap just fell off. This is a song by an Australian folk artist who wrote it with Australian place. Whoa, look at that. Hold on 1 second. I'm having technical difficulties here. My whole assembly just came unattached. All right, this is a song by an Australian folk artist who populated this song with Australian place names, and almost every region in the world has their own version of this song. This is called I've Been Everywhere. I was toting my bag along the dusty Winnemucca Road when along came a semi with a high-end canvas-covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca with me, you can ride. So I climbed into the cab and I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and so much sand. And I said, listen, buddy, I traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. Breathe the mountain air. Travel, I've had my share, man. Yeah, I've been everywhere. Now, where have I been? I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, Oklahoma, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Toledo, Barranquilla, Hempedilla. I'm a killer. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. Breathe the mountain air. Travel, I've had my share, man. Yeah, I've been everywhere. Now, where else have I been? I've been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallahassee, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Oskaloosa, Tennessee, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Dells Lake, Crater Lake. For Pete's sake, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. Breathe the mountain air. Travel, I've had my share, man. Yeah, I've been everywhere. I've been in Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Houma, Beacon, Shepardville, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jericho, Argentina, Donipina, Pasadena, Catalina. See what I mean? I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Ellensburg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Eldorado, Claremore, Atmore, Havenstraw, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Opelika, Baraboo, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, Dodge City. What a pity! I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. Breathe the mountain air. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. But not least of which, right here with all you fine folk in New York City.
Now, Phil, do you know much about the original writer of the tune? I don't know much about him.
I used to know. I used to know his name and be familiar with some of the lyrics, but it's been probably 20 years since I thought about the original. I think by far the most popular, well-known version is the Johnny Cash version.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's just so perfect with your voice. You know, fits like perfectly with your style. I always love hearing it in your set.
Well, thank you. Like I said, I've been over the years. I've been overly tempted to perform it every single time I perform, which is why I have to like exile myself from the song for like years at a time. I sort of discovered it. Bruce Springsteen, who I am obsessed with, he has a song called "Light of Day." And it has like an up-tempo section where he does snippets. Like he'll be on tour and he'll do snippets of that, and he'll like rattle off all of the all of his tour stops, and then he'll kind of just mix in some of the lyrics from this song. So by the time I heard the Johnny Cash version, I kind of recognized it from Bruce Springsteen riffing on it all those years.
My question is, how do you remember all the lyrics to that? There's so many places.
Like what you were saying, muscle memory. You just do it bit by bit. It's like you're not, if you, like it doesn't matter how long it takes. Say it takes you 3 months to memorize. If like it doesn't matter how long. Once it's in there, it's in there. It's like every day. What I would do is I would like memorize the first 4 cities. And then I would like repeat that until like I had that was just in my bones, and then I'd add like 2 more cities, and then that would be in my bones, and then after maybe 2 or 3 weeks it would all be in there. I noticed it's good.
I noticed they mentioned Hackensack. I heard Hackensack, and I was like, hey, that's in New Jersey town at least.
I think learning a song like that, it came. It was probably born out of some musical insecurity on my part. I kind of thought, like in my early days of playing, I kind of thought, I don't have a great voice. People aren't going to want to listen to me saying, I'm not a great guitarist. People aren't going to want to listen to me. What could I do to like hook people or be interesting to them? And I found like something like just memorizing a lot of lyrics and singing them very quickly was kind of interesting. It kind of got people to sit up and be like, what's that guy doing? So like any little kind of like gimmicky, I don't know if it's a gimmick, but any kind of little thing like that gives a song a special character, so that when people are listening to it, they're having kind of an experience of something that's a little bit unusual. The song definitely had me gravitate towards it for that reason. So it's just been a special song for me for so many years. All right, so that's my turn, and now we go to this guy over here, Jason Vitelli.
All right. Well, I was considering doing one on the piano. I was using a loader computer for a while, so I couldn't get anything hooked up correctly. I finally now have everything hooked up, so let's try this out. All right. Oh, except I need to actually hear it. I need to hear it through here. Thanks for bearing with me. Let me just get some volume here. I walked along the river Liffey. As I walked through, I saw an older man through me. His countenance rigid as a stone. And though I was a stranger in Dublin, I felt the overwhelming need to understand his plight. So I went up and asked if he was alright. He brought me to the Church of St. Otterwins, and as I stepped through the threshold, I felt the weight of his kingship held so deep inside. And I said, this pipe organ's grandeur is a sight to be heard as he played the toccata in G. It sent such shivers up and down my spine. Ooh. History seeping out from its altar while we still try to hide from ourselves. My scars may not have formed the same as his may have, but all of the same I can help to be reminded of my own. After my shift it ended, that night we met at Bankers and had a pint, and he looked right past me. He said, I'm not well, you should understand. I lived so many years and still cannot grasp the sight, smell, the taste of my crimes. I just know I can't show to anyone who I truly am. I said, upon second thought, let's have another drink on me. Thank you.
There we go.
A little rusty on it, but yeah, that's a great one. It's about an old friend that I had when I was in Dublin for a few months during grad school. So he was an interesting character.
It's always good to hear like the multi-instrumental
thank you.
performance like this. But yeah, beautiful chords, man. Really, really good tone. Loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the piano was great. I love that.
Yeah, I tried to bring it in. What?
How'd you write it? Or is
well,
did you do the chords first, or the lyrics came first, or?
It's funny because you probably know this. Like sometimes it's one and sometimes it's the other. And I think I honestly, even though it wasn't too long ago that I wrote it, I don't exactly remember. I think this one, it kind of was coming at the same time. Uh, I wanted to write a song about him, and I probably was going through some demo recordings, as we all have. You record yourself playing a riff you want to use at some point, and I probably pulled it off one of those demos and just expanded upon it. But it's a funny thing because when you write lyrics first, it comes out a lot differently than if you write the music first. I think the process is different.
All right, Jason.
The melody happens, like you're creating the like when you have the lyrics, the melody naturally comes out. And it's like, well, you have to have a certain type of chord underneath that, otherwise.
Right.
All right, Jason. I have a quick question for you, and I hope you follow in Daniel's footsteps and give a true answer this time. How are you so awesome?
Well, Daniel's answer was just so all-encompassing. I think it probably is for a lot of us. Like we get better just through practice and training ourselves. And I think your passion fuels it. And it's hard to know, but I feel like some days the awesomeness can come through, and some days the awesomeness is buried. I think it's a funny thing. Like you can let it. It's like we're a conduit. I really think of all of us as like if you can let it flow through you, like it's open and amazing. If you shut it down, you could tell when someone's like sort of pulling themselves back. So I always try. At least my goal is to always practice enough and do enough work where I could just be, free to be expressive. So I guess that's the roundabout answer for me.
Finally, a real answer to the question.
It's interesting.
All right.
I was having a conversation with somebody. They were a visual artist, and we're talking about that idea of like whether, because you said the word conduit, and it's like, do you receive the songs or do you generate? Like, you know what I mean? And that kind of perspective, whether you feel like you're getting it or whether you feel like you're creating it, I feel like is a really interesting conversation as an artist,
Because a lot of folks, their process is to receive and almost like surrender to it. But maybe they're receiving it from themselves, or if you believe in God, they're receiving it from God. I mean, it could be so many different sources. But I like the idea of surrendering to whatever it is.
All right. Thank you, Jason Vitelli. So we're going to move along now back to Bridget for her third song.
Thank you. So normally I write my songs on guitar, but we were just talking about writing on different stuff. And so this one I actually wrote on piano. It's called Stoned as a Bird, and it's released. These days everything is out of line. Right now nothing could relax my mind. It's fine, I'll be alright. Nobody I talk to makes any sense. Words all around me flying past my head. I wanna be the one looking down instead. You get so high, you wonder why. You went and did it again. Why'd you do it again and again and again and again and again? You get so high, you wonder why.
to stay up to. I wanna float away with you. I wanna float away. Get so high, you wonder why you went and did it again. Why'd you do it? You can't stop. You do it again and again and again and again. You do. You get so high, you wonder why you went and did it again. Why'd you do it again and again and again and again?
Whew.
Yeah. I can hear that like a boogie pattern under it. I don't know if you were doing that on the piano, but I can hear it would probably sound really cool if you played with a piano player on it.
Yeah, I think so too. I would love to do that live at some point with the piano.
It's like that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like kind of funky, I think would be fun.
So why did you do it again and again and again and again?
Why did who knows? I mean, it's not me who's doing it. I guess it's to somebody else.
Uh-huh.
But I never know really what I'm writing about half the time. It just kind of pops up and then I just say it.
So when you the times I've seen you perform, it's been you and a guitar. And then when you record songs, do you flesh out the full arrangement, record with a band and a drummer, and like what's kind of your approach?
Yeah, I have done it with a drummer, but I've played live with a drummer a couple times, and I would like to do it more. But I don't know, it's hard to find people that have time, or like a lot of drummers I know are already in bands or whatever. But mostly work with different producers and stuff, and just record, and then like a lot of MIDI drums, or sometimes like producers will just record live drums over what I already have. So it's mostly built from the ground up, like just guitar and vocals first, and then stuff added on after the fact.
Yeah, Phil, you did a very similar process with your recordings, where you sort of built it from what do you call it? Like your basis was guitar and voice, right?
Yeah, similarly, Bridget, I did the same thing, but rather than have like a MIDI drummer or have a producer build it, I actually brought in actual live human drummers to drum over. So what started as an acoustic album I recorded by myself over the pandemic, I kind of added layers, and now it sounds like full rock band. But I'm just very fascinated because songwriting is so personal. It often starts for each of us like in our room by ourselves with a guitar, and then it's like the journey that the song goes through from that to what winds up on the final recording. It's like, universes away. So it's like,
yeah, the production of it could be very different from the genesis of it. But Bridget, yeah. I feel like your stuff, it reminds me a bit of Elliott Smith. It's got this like journal, like a live journal entry aspect to it.
Thank you. I really love Elliott Smith, so I appreciate that compliment.
Especially his first album. His first album is just so sweet and great, and it's just him with a guitar, right, with a few overdubs.
Right, but it doesn't sound like that to me. It just sounds like he could be a full band by himself, honestly, with those lyrics alone. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bridget. Daniel, were you about to say something?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm curious. Would you, Bridget, call yourself a receiver or a creator? And since the theme of what we were talking about before.
A receiver, as in the sense of like I just get the thoughts, and then I don't know. I think sometimes I consciously sit down and try and write a song. So I think it just depends on. But sometimes, yeah, I have something in my head and just need to get it out. That happens more than I think I sit down and actually attempt to write a song.
Right.
Cool.
All right, Daniel. Daniel, are you a receiver or a, what was the term you were using for
I guess
the
a creator or
originator?
like a generator, maybe. I don't know. I think
What?
maybe it's a little bit of both. I think with songwriting, a lot of times, like there'll be like 6 months where I write nothing, like literally. But I perform a lot. I'll still do open mics and like play out, but I won't write anything new. And then out of nowhere, like one day, I'll write like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah,
So
same. That
for me,
happens to
it's
me all the time.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like just kind of inspiration hits you, and you're like, oh, this has to come out. So I guess in that sense, I'm, receiving something or a part of something in that way. But
I like saying it like you're either writing it down or thinking it up. So it's like if you're writing it down, it's like coming from above, and then when you're thinking it up, it's coming from you and
yeah,
coming out. I don't know.
fun
It's
to-
interesting.
Let's do it.
All right, Daniel Martin, play a damn song already.
All right, this one's gonna be a little heavy, y'all. So.
Ocean red wine. I run with the tide, connected and sufficient. Only a mission. So you say, you said and done, trying to make amends with the setting sun. Infinity runs deep, parallel to the one you keep. So it's the struggle for you and me, leaving the path of our destiny. So it's the struggle for me and you, leaving the path for you to choose. So you say, you're said and done, trying to make amends with the setting sun.
Yeah, that's a headbanger for sure. I loved it.
Yeah, a little bit of looping going on in that guy.
I like the tapping.
So who-
he does.
Yeah, really cool.
I'm
You said
still
who?
feeling the groove.
Yeah, it's funny. Actually, there's a pause in that riff too. And every time I play that live, it's always a but woo! Everybody like always usually yells or like yells something in that little pause in the riff, and it ends up being really funny live. Actually,
Do you do with drummer? Do you play with a drummer often?
yes, yeah. Actually,
Yeah, cool.
he tuned in. Jimmy Ramos. He tuned in
Oh, cool.
for the live cast for the minute. He did comment a minute ago. He might still be watching. But he's my drummer, great dude, really awesome prog rock player. So we play together. He does a lot of good syncopations in terms of like for that riff.
Right.
You know, he's really tied into, we played in a band previously before I started playing this kind of solo stuff. So he's very familiar with like my style of playing.
Nice.
And he really locks in with what I do, which is a lot of fun. It's really cool. So I've been trying to talk to Phil about, because Phil's booked me solo a couple times. But definitely want to get a gig where I could play with the drummer. I think that'd be really fun.
It's gonna happen. Yes.
Looking forward to seeing it, man. It's gonna rock.
Thank you.
You'll let my hair down, literally, for it.
Yeah, man. Check it out. Have a good time. Definitely high energy stuff and fun to play for sure.
So Daniel Martin, how did we meet? This is how we met. A couple years ago, Victor, who I do the Cowgirl Seahorse with, he and I were playing Carnegie Hall, which was a very cool thing. We were very excited. And our mutual, very impressive, talented, and ambitious friend, Anastasia, saw the post about this Carnegie Hall concert on meetup.com. And she sent me a message through it because she was trying to find music people in New York. So I was like, come to the show and we'll meet. I found out she was a songwriter, a singer-songwriter, so we actually invited her to come to a Mario's, and then we actually later booked her. She drew a great crowd at Mario's, so then Victor and I launched our Cowgirl Seahorse night with her, and she brought you along as her bass player for her first set. And literally every single person I've met through Anastasia, mostly yourself, and then also Misa, I'm just so phenomenally impressed by. Like, your whole scene. You're all so great. So how did you all connect with each other, the Anastasia, Daniel, Misa crew?
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely, like, we hold on to each other. Like, birds of a feather kind of flock together energy, where, like, we meet other players, like, hey, you're dope, hop on this set, whatever. But,
yeah.
Interesting story is I met Misa first, actually. So Misa lives here, in Jersey. I went to an open mic, I think it was in Hasbrook Heights, and I ran into Misa that night. She performed the open mic, as did I. We ended up actually hopping on stage together the first day we met, because she saw how I played, and she was like, hey, can you, like, improvise and whatever? So I ended up playing with her that night. So we became friends, and then Misa and Anna were friends as well. And then, so we had a couple collective jam sessions, would hang out. I ended up giving Anna some guitar lessons a little bit, like 2-3 years ago. So she was just a homie of mine. And again, we kind of frequent the same places. And then she started playing out a lot. She was like, hey, you want to hop on my set? And then we did that gig, Mario's. We did the Governor's Island gig that you also did, Phil, that you booked.
Yeah.
And then I met you through, doing all those shows with Anna, just backing her up on bass. And again, an incredible singer-songwriter herself.
Yeah.
So, cool people.
Well, just meeting all you guys, I feel like we just sort of tapped into this whole, like, really cool scene of, like, a little bit younger, like, you guys are up and coming, and you're all fantastic. I have Misa is scheduled to do a Cowgirl Seahorse with us, the next one, and then
May, right?
and then you hooked us up with Brooklyn Music Kitchen, and
yes.
then Anna is on that set with us at Brooklyn Music
That's
Kitchen.
dope. Yeah, I'd love to play there again. Next time you do that spot, such a beautiful stage.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they have the projections in the back, really great for footage, and a really cool place. My friend
Cool. I haven't
Autumn,
actually been there.
yeah, my friend Autumn does the promotion there. Maybe she might be listening. I sent her the link, so she might be tuned in. I'm not too sure. But yeah, another great, incredible person for music. And again, people just you hang on to the good ones, just like in life,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is all the best stuff that has happened in my musical life has been recognizing the quality people around me, and it's the intersection. You have people who are good musicians and also good people. If you meet a good musician who's a little bit of an asshole, they're not so cool to have in your life. But
it happens with music. There's a lot of ego sometimes involved with the process of creation, and some people who have the kind of look at me energy, and I think it's a difference between the craft and whether you're about the craft or you're about like the attention. You know, staying humble is the game. I think in any venture.
Well, I'm really glad that we're all connecting and doing all these things together. All right, Ben Brown, you're up, dude.
All right. This is a song called Wildflower. I need pills just so I can fall asleep. Got these evil dreams still haunting me. When the beer and weight no longer comfort me, I had to find myself something a little bit more sweet. I came across this wildflower. She turned to sweet all my sours. She helped me let all the bad shit go. And I've never been too good at getting my words out. So here is my way of letting her know. Wildflower, wildflower, I think about you at least every hour. Don't need no destination, we could pack and go. Wildflower with that heart and power, got you smile brighter than some sunshine shower. She could have a ball drinking real fast or dancing real slow. I don't think these pills are quite right for me. I still can't seem to just fall asleep. No matter where I'm at, I can't outrun my pain. And wildflower reminded me that all flowers need some rain. Need some rain. Wildflower, wildflower, I think about you at least every hour. Don't need no destination, we could pack and go. Wildflower with that heart and power, got you smile brighter than some sunshine showers. She could have a ball drinking real fast or dancing real slow.
I love the rhymes that you came up with in that song too. It's really cool how you played around with wildflower and just the images. A lot of images come to mind through the lyrics that you wrote. Very cool. Is that about someone you know? Or
Yeah,
do they know about the song?
Yeah, that's a song about my girlfriend. I just met her during a tough time. Kind of pulled me out the mud a little bit, Yeah, just about a song about feeling better,
Yeah.
Definitely
Kind
got
of
like a great radio friendly like quality to your music. It's really catchy. The songwriting again is really dope, and there's a lot of breathing room too in the way that you approach the song too. It's like it flows real nice to how you're doing the chords, but then like even the way that you approach the lyrics, like you leave room for like a lot of space melodically, and it's really open. Gives this kind of like open air to the song. I dug it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So say I want to tell a friend about you and your dope music. How do I refer to you? Are you Ben Brown or are you Ben Joe Brown?
Oh, I'm Ben Brown. I'm Ben Joe Brown on Instagram because all of the Ben Brown names were taken, and I'm running out of options. So Joe's my middle name, so that was as close as I could get.
Okay, so your official name is Ben Brown, and that was just an accommodation because there's 5 million Ben Browns on Instagram.
There's a ton of them, yeah. But you can, if you go on Spotify and type in Ben Brown, you gotta maybe scroll through a couple other options on there, but you'll find me eventually.
I like the ring. Like it has a ring to it. Ben Joe Brown. I like that. It just flows.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I relate to that. There are like 5 million Phil Robinsons who are musicians. There's like a Phil Robinson who's like a salsa performer in California.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
I always Google myself to see how high I am compared to the other Phil Robinsons. I'm ahead of the other Phil Robinsons, but the salsa guy is coming up from behind a little bit.
There's a lot of Daniel Martins too, man. There's a guy who has an album out, Daniel Martin, also like long hair, blonde guy, blue eye.
Yeah,
he plays guitar, so it's like funny. But yeah,
what you need to do is like do like a gig with the other Daniel Martin. So it's like a double.
Yeah. And then we fight to the death.
I have a weird family. My brother is Josh Friedman. I'm not Jewish. He's Jewish. He's a Jewish jazz guitarist, guitar teacher in New Jersey. And he tried to get joshfriedman.com, and it was taken by another Josh Friedman who was like a Jewish jazz guitarist, guitar teacher in New Jersey.
Wow. We need to start making more names.
I know, right? All right, I'll do
those biblical names.
Right. Go back to the source.
All right. Here is
I'm gonna be Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
Oh wait, wrong person.
Jason and I have been friends for so long, he can no longer tell where he ends and I begin.
Yeah, Mario can't. She couldn't tell us apart one night because I think our hair was like the same month.
Yeah, Jason and I went from being short-haired guys to being long ponytail guys.
I got it.
Over the pandemic.
Nice.
I think that Jason's copying me, but that's all right.
Of course I am. Imitation is right. Imitation is the ultimate form of flattery, something like that.
Yes. All right, so here's a song. I was saying earlier, this is one of the songs that I love playing it so much. It's like my theme song. I often tempted to just perform it at every single gig that I do, so this is one of the songs I did not allow myself to play for over a year. And now I am revisiting it, and it feels fresh because I haven't touched it in a year. This is Transcendental Cowboy. This has some audience participation, so even the 4 of you on the stream with me, Bridget, Ben, Daniel, and Jason, there's a part of the song where you say, hell yeah. So you will know. Well, actually, let's practice that. So for this next song, I need some audience participation, but I don't need you to sing. I need you to shout. So can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
That was pretty good, but I think you got bigger in you. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell
Hell
yeah!
yeah!
All right, that's
Woo!
your part. You will know when it's time for the hell yeah. This is Transcendental Cowboy. All right. I'm a transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. Here's a solipsistic meta-transcendental news. It's more than just a recipe, girl, feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do what you gotta do, you can read a book by Sartre, read a book by Camus. There's 1,000 different faces out there, 1,000 points of view. Seeing is believing. Throw your hands up in the air and say, hell yeah.
Hell
Hell
yeah!
yeah!
I'm a transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. Here's a solipsistic meta-transcendental news. It's more than just a recipe, girl, feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do what you gotta do, you can light yourself some candles, light up someone's eyes, go back to the 60s right now, the retro psychedelic size. Cause feeling is believing. Throw your hands up in the air and say, hell yeah.
Hell
Hell
yeah!
yeah!
I'm a transcendental, existential, sentimental, solipsistic, lower upper middle class, white bread, suburban mystic, went away to school and how my world rotated. Some would even say slightly overeducated, try and find a way to set myself free. In my heart of heart, just a Bruce Springsteen wannabe, working all day, singing all night, doing all right. Woo! I'm a transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. Here's a solipsistic meta-transcendental news. It's more than just a recipe, girl, feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do what you gotta, when it comes down to do what you gotta, when it comes down to do what you gotta do.
We didn't do the final hell yeah, right?
What's that?
There's the final hell yeah we skipped.
I skipped it for the live stream version.
All right.
Phil, you
I think when you play that one back, you're gonna like the version of it because it's got some fire to it.
Oh yeah?
Version. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you don't play something for a year. You kind of like rediscover your appetite for it again, you know?
Right.
So, anyway, Transcendental Cowboy.
Yeah, I love the use of the word solipsistic. I'm gonna have to ask you what that means, though.
It basically means when you're locked into your own perspective, when you see everything through a lens of interpreting it almost in terms related only to yourself. So it's generally, if you call someone solipsistic, it's generally not a compliment.
Solipsistic, transcendental.
Transcendental, existential, sentimental, solipsistic, lower upper middle class, white bread suburban mystic.
Wild.
All
Where
right.
did the inspiration come from that?
Okay, from a lot of different angles. One was I sort of came up with the music first, and the music I just imagined it was just like a blue, like a fast up tempo blues that I could imagine singing like at a bar. Like I wrote it like just when I graduated college, so I thought of it as like a roadhouse song. And then I kind of thought that the music was so simple and straightforward that it would be really funny if the lyrics were just like completely like polysyllabic, pretentious, like I'm an English lit major kind of philosophy
It
major.
reminds me of Fish, what Fish does sometimes. Ween does that too, where it's just like a kind of not a joke song, but it's got like the flavor of it is a little more, self-deprecating.
And even with like I've Been Everywhere, that song I did, I love the whole genre of song that's like a super fast syllables coming at you, like boom, 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 like Subterranean Homesick Blues or We Didn't Start the Fire, that genre. But you mentioned self-deprecating. The other angle it came from was, again, out of like insecurity, like a classic unconscious, intuitive way people defend themselves when they feel insecure about something is they call themselves out on it first before anyone else has the opportunity to call them out on the thing, right? Like you walk into the room and if you think that you have a big zit on your nose, you're like mortified that someone's going to be like, hey man, you have a big zit on your nose. But you could walk in and be like, don't mind me, I have a big zit on my nose. You say it first. So I imagine Transcendental Cowboy would be the first song on my first album. And what I imagined the persona, if I imagined people not liking me, I imagined it would be very easy for people to not like me because I could see how I come across as like a pretentious, big word, polysyllabic, like mumbo jumbo philosophy major. So I was like, before anyone accuses me of being that, I'm just gonna say yes, that's what I am. I'm a Transcendental Cowboy, and I'm a Bruce Springsteen wannabe. So all of those things found their way into the song. And it's also just fun to have a moment in the song where everybody yells, hell yeah. That's like I usually do that song last, and that's like the big moment of the night. If it's a big crowd, you hear like 200 people, hell yeah, it's a rush. So
yeah.
Throw all those ingredients into a blender, and boom, you have a song. All right, Jason. Jason's been listening to me sing Transcendental Cowboy for many years.
Many years, and I love it every time.
Thank you. You say the nicest things.
So this is a song about being on the verge of giving up or just midlife crisis, like a tough point of self-reflection. It's called Going Through the Motions, as I think we find ourselves going through one time or another. Let's see if I play it here. So uncertain, I got 50 good reasons to pack up and leave. But is that fine with me? I'm giving all that's within here and trying too hard to please every beat. But it's too late to pretend that I have all it takes to defend all the paths on which I've chosen when they have all led me to dead ends. Here I'm back again. I can feel your fretful stare saying this is just a pipe dream coming to its end. For your value has been appraised, depreciated, emotions. Disgrace, going through the motions. Ooh, ooh. It's a story, my notion of the possibility that there's something greater to believe in beyond what I've seen. So the emptiness inside can turn inside out, and a moment of clarity can be revealed. As the years have come by, in the quickest blink of the eye, I'm going through the motions. The eye, going through the motions. Ooh, ooh. I think I could walk in another fella's shoes and see myself more in a positive view. But right now I'm prowling so deep inside my skull that nothing in here can mean me through the means to set me free. Is there a way I can see the forest for the trees? Is there a way I can resolve this crippling fear? And it grows and it grows as I grow past my prime, and I grow afraid of losing my rhyme within the rhyme. Clouds working overtime, memories blurring murky and darker until I'm no longer mine. Thank you. Thank you.
Surprise ending.
I like those chords a lot.
Yeah, it's a fun tune to write. I think that was the music came first, maybe for that one. But
Yeah, the right hand technique is really cool because you're doing that like clapping or whatever you'd call that. The thumbing.
yeah, it's like a slap. It's not a slap, but it's
Yeah, gives it really smooth kind of energy.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that felt like some John Mayer and some Jack Johnson, like in the chords of it. You know, that was sweet.
Yeah, it's got that little bit of a twinge of jazz to it, maybe. That's cool. I'm looking forward to doing an arrangement of it. Haven't really gotten past just some backup vocals, so we'll see. That's the next album. We'll see what happens.
How many albums have you released, Jason?
Oh, Phil, you know the answer to that.
Tell the people.
I've released 4. So 3 songwriting albums and 1 instrumental. So
All right.
That's awesome. I like. I mean, definitely good amount of vocal range in there too. I feel like you're expressing a little bit more. You're going high and doing a lot. It's cool. Good to hear.
yeah, thank you. Phil and I were talking about just like vocal training, and it took me a while to get to a point where those higher notes, I didn't have to belt them out. Like I can find the right placement without hurting myself. But it's funny how that could take a long time. Definitely took a while for me.
I feel like I'm struggling with that over here. Like some of these notes I have to hit, like I have to project them pretty loud. I'm trying not to scream like in my my place right now, for some of these notes. But yeah, I always heard that it's hard to sing like certain notes or certain songs softly. Like a really well trained singer will sing those notes softly. And
Right.
That's like a key of a very good control.
Right. Right. But we're all learning, right? It's a continuous.
All right. So we have each sung 3 songs. That brings us, we did 3 complete rounds. We're going to do a little bookkeeping right now, but then we'll end our stream. We'll invite each of our guests to do 1 additional song. So one thing that we do at every Roomful of Sky event is we take our group lineup photo at the end of the night, a photograph if it's in person, or we'll take our group screenshot for one of these live streams. So let's get that now. Gives us something to post on social media. Does everyone look like your beautiful selves? All right. Let me capture that one. And let me get one more for safety. Oh, shit. Hold on. That did not work at all. All right. Let's try it again.
Everyone's frozen
3,
in time.
2, 1. All right. Got it. Let me just paste into that. Okay, look at that. We are beautiful. We got a good shot. Okay, very
Great.
Next thing, like Jason and I were mentioning, well, first of all, I forgot to say this earlier, but any of you watching at home, please do all the usual things, like, subscribe, share, comment. Many of you have been commenting all night. It seemed like tonight most of our viewers were on YouTube, so if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the Roomful of Sky Music YouTube channel. This stream is going to live forever on the Roomful of Sky Music channel, so come back and visit it. It will also be on the Roomful of Sky Facebook page. Jason and I mentioned that we do a couple things every month. The first Tuesday of the month, we play at this Irish pub in Manhattan called Mario's, Music at Mario's. It's Jason and myself, and 3 various guest musicians. We've featured Bridget before, and also Daniel. The next one, March 4th, we have Bloodflower, who are a duo visiting from Paris. I had recently traveled to Paris, one of our mutual friends, Chuck, as well, and we independently met this fantastic Parisian musician, Stella Sauvage, and her band are visiting New York, and we're featuring them. They're doing a little New York tour. Brian Flanagan and also Captain Ronzo and Heidi are featured at the March 4th Music at Mario's in Manhattan. On March 18th, 1 month from now, our next installment of this Songwriter stream is our mutual friend Daniel Misa, is actually featured the very next time. Then we have Dan Strauss and Brian Flanagan again. Those are 2 guys we met through doing Bruce Springsteen related events, right? I think, Jason, you met Brian. You had a church service where the service was.
Right. He's on the board of directors on Plymouth Church, which I recommend everyone go to it. It's one of the landmark buildings in the city and was a part of the Underground Railroad. And so it's pretty incredible, the history behind it.
And then, Jason, you and I have an event coming up on February 23rd in Long Island City. Do you have the flyer for that? Let's throw that up on the screen for a moment. After years of doing this Songwriter stream, we had the idea to let's do the in-person version of this. So we are like legitimately just doing a Songwriter round. We're doing it at LIC Bar in Queens, Long Island City, featuring Jason and myself, and also 2 good friends and exceptional singer-songwriters, Swagatha Biswas and Jordan Sivek. That's Sunday the 23rd, LIC Bar. Basically the same format as tonight, featuring 4 of us. For those of you in the area, LIC Bar it's a great place. It's a music-loving bar. They've had the same guy, Gus Rodriguez, who has been booking music there, is a fantastic musician himself, going back almost 20, maybe even more than 20 years.
Yeah.
If you're in Queens, it's definitely one of the spots you want to be aware of, and they have a fantastic music scene. If you're a listener or a musician.
That's this Sunday, yeah.
This Sunday.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Which calls to mind that we should have a rehearsal or something.
Oh yeah, we got on Thursday. We got a rehearsal.
Yeah. What did you say, Daniel? You'll be there?
Yeah. No, I'll definitely come hang out.
Oh, awesome.
All right, 5 to 8. That sounds good. Look forward to seeing you there. All right, I'm going to shut up. Everyone's sick of hearing me talk. Let's one more song each. We'll do Bridget, Daniel, and then Ben will close out our stream.
Nice.
Cool. For my last song, I'm gonna be doing this song just came out. It's called Circles. So it's my newest release, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I've been running around in circles, waiting for someone to turn me the right way. I've been hanging on to memories, 'cause I know those aren't ever gonna change. Oh, I'm always gonna be the same. I can't change. And I've been crashing for so long, I know what it feels like to be afraid. Everyone tells me I shouldn't complain. I can't change. Always be this way. I've been running around in circles, waiting for someone to turn me the right way. And I've been holding on to memories, 'cause I know those ain't ever gonna change. Always be the same. Know where I went wrong. Out of 100,000 different songs. If only you knew what I would do just to get a little bit closer to you. I've been running around in circles, circles. Potholes spinning out. Don't know how to shut my mouth. Turn me right around, can't stay quiet. Not supposed to tell you that I love you. Hit a pothole spinning out. Don't know how to shut my mouth. Turn me right around, can't stay quiet. Not supposed to tell you that I keep running around in circles. I've been running around in circles, circles. Don't know where I went wrong. I'll write 100,000 different songs. If only you knew what I would do just to get a little bit closer to you. And I hit a pothole spinning out. Don't know how to shut my mouth. Turn me right around, can't stay quiet. Not supposed to tell you that I like it. Hit a pothole spinning out. Don't know how to shut my mouth. And I'm running around in circles. Circles, circles.
Yeah.
All right. So, Bridget, you said that is that your most recent release? It's on. We could go to Spotify right now. Bridget Artman Circles and
Yeah, Bridget Artman Circles. It's the newest one out. Yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
fantastic.
can't wait to check it out.
Thank
I like
you.
the upbeats on that. Bat, bat, bat. It was cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Daniel, you are up.
All right, cool. I'll give y'all a choice. I was kind of debating on which song to do next. So I would say I got a groovy one that has some good leads in it, or I got like a trippy one that has like a cool chorus. So
I go with trippy myself.
I also vote trippy.
okay,
The
cool.
Trippy's
All right,
one
cool.
with the cool chorus, right?
Yeah.
All right, that one has my vote.
All right, cool. This is called Under the Moon. Here we find nothing but the mind. Who we are is imagination. Here we find nothing but the mind. Who we are is imagination. Filtered down. Filtered Cause under the moon we fall. There's no wandering at all. Under the moon we fall. There's no wandering at all. Here we find nothing but the mind. Who we are is imagination. Here we find nothing but the mind. Who we are is imagination. Filtered down. Filtered Cause under the moon we fall. There's no wandering at all. Under the moon we fall. There's no
You're like a one-man rock concert.
Yeah, the distortion helps. Throw that on, it gives it a nice vibe.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk more about getting you and Jimmy Ramos on drums to one of our gigs.
For sure.
Thank you, Daniel Martin. And now, grand finale of our stream. We got Ben Brown. No pressure, Ben, but this is the last song of the stream. It's got to knock everyone's socks off and leave us inspired and grateful to be alive.
Oh, I have no doubt that will happen. So.
This man knows how to cook.
Well, last song of the night, but this is the first song I ever wrote. Just figured out how to sing while I was playing, so I just straight up jacked the chords of another song, made my own little tune out of it. So this is a song called "Here We Go Again." I guess I always fall a little too hard and a little bit too fast. My friends tell me to slow it down. You know you're just gonna crash. But crashing and burning is all I know. I'm too damn young to take it slow. Probably shouldn't go back down this road, but I've been chasing you for so damn long. So here I go again, taking a chance that I probably shouldn't. Here we go again, doing something we swore we wouldn't. We could find a little bit of heaven, yeah, if forever or just for tonight. You know you wanna make me yours, and I've been dying to make you mine. Guess my chance is over now, since you decided to move away. Spend too much time wondering what would have happened had you stayed. But you roll back into town, I see your name pop up on my phone. Says, hey, what's going on? I don't want to spend tonight alone. So here I go again, taking a chance that I probably shouldn't. Here we go again, doing something we swore we wouldn't. We could find a little bit of heaven, yeah, if forever or just for tonight. You know you wanna make me yours, and I've been dying to make you mine. My friends tell me to slow it down. You know you're just gonna crash. They're saying go ahead and walk away. You know this ain't gonna last, but here I go again, taking a chance that I probably shouldn't. Here we go again, doing something we swore we wouldn't. We could find a little bit of heaven, yeah, if forever or just for tonight. You know you wanna make me yours, and I've been dying to make you mine. Make you mine.
Yeah. What a first song. Worked great as the last song.
Thank you.
All right, Ben Brown. All right, for those of you watching at home, sitting on your toilet, whatever you're doing, that's where most people watch streaming content. Thank you for spending the evening with us. Thank you to our special guests, Bridget Artman, Daniel Martin, aka Self Perpetual, and Ben Brown, aka Ben Joe Brown, only on Instagram though. You could find them on all the socials. Check out all their latest music on Spotify, etc. You know where to find Jason and I. All the Roomful of Sky links everywhere. Music for multimedia for that guy. I'm Phil Robinson. Our guest artists, if you would like to say goodbye and thank you to the audience, now is your opportunity before we close off the stream.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate you taking your night to listen, everybody. Finding some new music or somebody you haven't heard before.
Yeah, pretty sweet. Love to be a part of it. A lot of fun. I didn't think doing this over Zoom to be as engaging as it is, but it was really cool. The discussions in between, all the cool stuff. So
Yeah.
thanks for everybody who tuned in. This was really dope. And a little songwriter circle. Really cool stuff. See you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, thanks for checking everything out, y'all. Phil, Jason, Daniel, Bridget, it's great to play with you guys, man. This is a great time.
That's great. Well,
Cool.
thank you. All right, thank you. We'll see you
right.
next month. Jason and I are back here on March 18th, and we'll have a fresh batch of guests and follow these guys and all their places.